Hello everyone. So I am going to show you today how to make your Google form and change the settings to be able to share it with students, as well as how to make it a quiz where it grades itself. So my first step is to click New, go to More, Google Forms. Notice how I already started on my Google Drive page. Once I'm in here, I'm able to type a title. I might say comp questions lesson 18. That's something I'm going to be making in the near future. First thing I always do after that is have them type their name and make sure that I get that done. Clicking this button right here, required, makes it so they cannot move on or submit it without answering it. No more no-name papers. Yay! So from there, I can then add another question. I usually make things for both 5A and 5B. And so doing this here, I'm able to make the multiple choice question. And notice how it kind of just chose that for me. Here it chose a short answer text. Here it chose multiple choice. And that's kind of nice, but you can also choose many of your others. Short answer, paragraph, multiple choice check boxes for when there's more than one answer, a drop-down box. They could upload a file. There's a scale. There's all sorts of different things. I tend to stay between the short answer and the multiple choice. They are just the easiest, especially when we move into self-grading. So from here, usually I'll add a new section, which is going to require them to click next. And this is where I might actually put the questions. So with my group, I would usually start by adding the video or a picture, especially since this is specifically a story they're going to be answering questions from. I have this video I'd already made, or you can find one online, allows them to do that. So I input that and they're able to listen to the story right there. From there, I can keep adding questions, such as what is the title of this story? And here it's a short answer. I can click required. Now, let's talk about the settings. If I want to make it a quiz, first thing I'm going to do is click that settings button right up here, which I will get to settings. And under general, since we do not currently have the Google accounts for students through HES, I'm going to click that button and turn that off. So it's no longer restricted to HES. I do not want anything else clicked, otherwise it is going to require students to have an email address. Then I'm going to click on quizzes. Now this is where we are able to make it auto grade. Make this a quiz. So we do not want to lock it. We want the grade to be immediately released. And here you can choose what they will see. Missed questions, correct answers, and the point values. I tend to leave those on for in the end because I can tell if they retake it and they had written down all the correct answers and then went and tried it again. And I'll show you how you can tell that in a little bit. So now here is mine. I'm able to send. Click on this button right here, which is the link. Click shorten URL and then copy. And from here, I'm able to put it into my lesson plans or straight to Class Dojo. I like to put it right in my lesson plans. You can see right here and throughout here I have some forms included. So now let's talk about what it looks like once students take it. This is a different one I made, and I made 2 fake responses. So I click on responses, and then from here I am able to make my spreadsheet. Right here is the version of Excel for Google Docs called Google Spreadsheets. So you click on it, and then create new spreadsheet video use, that's the title, and you want to click create. Once you do that, it will automatically open up into this spreadsheet, and you are able to see when it was done. The score goes right here if you have it on self-grading mode. And right here, their name, answer to those questions, and the type story. The one thing I have to say is you can't see which questions are correct and which questions are wrong necessarily. What did they get right? What did they get wrong? So that is where you want to go back into the form. And while you can see the average and summary, you can look at question by question, but I like this individual one. I am able to go through the different students right here, but I'm able to scroll down, and this is that first person, what they did, and you can see specifically they got this question wrong. And how did they get it wrong? And then right here you can see this question was correct. Now, one thing I realized I did not show you before, I'm going to come back over to the one I was making. How do you input those answers? So once you change your settings to make this a quiz, you click on the question, answer key, and so this one's a short answer, and I can put in all answers I would take. So for this one, I would take the dog newspaper without quotation marks, and then I would take it also with quotation marks. And it will check, mark all other answers incorrect. It will check for me. And right here is how I change how many points it is worth. So I'm done. Now I can add my next question, maybe. What is the dog's name in the story? And I am going to make this one a multiple choice. Dog's name was BJ, Skip, I don't know. I'll leave it at 2 right now. So here, again, I want to make sure I click required and then answer key. And then I click the correct answer. My mouse likes to freeze, so I'm just going to click it. And then I'm going to click how many points I want it to be and click done. So then I'm able to share it with the students. I have the answer key, and it will be able to send out like this with the score. If you do not set it to automatically grade for you under the quiz, you will not get this score column, but you will see the questions and the answers that the students give. So for math, it might be better to have it not automatically grade for you so you can see what the student got and such like that. So I hope that helped you know how to use Google Forms, how to make a Google form, how to make a quiz, and how to share it with students without them having their Google accounts. And I hope that helps.